Welcome back to Swanee Rec tonight on campus here at UMKC. South Dakota at 6-2 comes in here. They were the regular season champs in the Summit League, the league UMKC used to play in before they moved over to the WAC a few seasons ago. So these teams have seen each other a few times, including last season when UMKC won by 2 at the Muni. South Dakota on offense as they swing it around. Both teams very young, not many seniors on any of the rosters, either side. High for the rebound. UMKC comes away into the hands of Xavier Bishop and quickly to Isaiah Ross.
And all year, UMKC is going to be outmatched down low, so they have to do a good job of pushing the basketball and on the defensive end, helping out each other.
Their leak was double teamed. They stole it away. And here comes South Dakota with Tristan Thompson, their leader at the point. He's got it right now. One of the top assist guys in the Summit League, over 4 a game, but they threw that one away. And they've been very good assist-to-turnover ratio on the season, tops in the Summit League.
Yeah, they take care of the basketball. Very disciplined team. Moves the ball and gets the shot that they want.
Broderick Robinson off to Bishop. Ross is double teamed. Now it's Jordan Giles from outside. Nice. That's a 3.
A little bit of home cooking coming out early. Good ball movement by UMKC. Jordan Giles knocking down that three-pointer.
Only his 3rd 3 of the season. He was shooting 14%. And up for the downstroke goes Trey Birch Manning.
Well, I see you, young fella. Those young legs. UMKC has to do a better job of getting back in defense transition.
Dump it down again to Alir Leak. This time single cover. Here comes the double team. And he launches one into the stands, turning it back over to USD.
Well, Alir Leak has to do a better job of making up his mind early when he gets to basketball. The double team is coming from South Dakota, trying to get the ball out of his hands.
There's Craig Smith in his 4th season, the coach of the year in the Summit League a season ago when they went 12-4. They went to the NIT last season. Done an outstanding job now in his 4th season. That shot from Hagedorn. He is 6'10", but he can take it out there and shoot it well, the junior. Broderick Robinson stepping back.
South Dakota standing in man-to-man defense, but they're trapping off every screen.
Isaiah Ross missing on his first 3 tonight. The Roos hit 14 threes in their win over Tennessee Martin the other day. There's Mooney. That's a 2. Had his foot on the line. Leading scorer at 17 a game.
That's a big shot for Mooney. Able to absorb the contact. Good defensive position by Ross. But when you're a scorer, you're a scorer. Great step back and able to knock down that shot.
He had 23 in that game last season at Municipal Auditorium. The Roos playing 1 game this season here on campus at Swanee Rec here during the holiday season. Up top, Bishop. Now to Broderick Robinson. Had a game a couple of games ago of 26, and he nearly hit that 3 ball as time was winding down on the shot clock.
South Dakota's pushing the basketball in transition. UMKC is going to have to get back on the defensive end.
And there's a walk. Carlton Hurst, too many steps that time across the lane.
Well, the play before, Mooney did a great job going baseline. Isaiah Ross cut him off, but when you're a scorer, you got that in your arsenal. That step back, able to knock down that bucket.
The transfer of the year in the Summit League last season, 1st team all-conference, transferred from Air Force, where he played a lot as a freshman.
And you know you have to have a good program when you get kids to go to South Dakota to play. Good program down up there in Summit League.
Out of the corner,
nice.
That's a 3 for X. Xavier Bishop, first bucket tonight. And there's a turnover for the Roos as they cause that one with the full court pressure.
Well, UMKC is doing a great job of moving the basketball against the stout man-to-man defense from South Dakota. Bishop in the corner, spotting up, got the time, took it, knocked down the 3-pointer.
And that's a nice look from the senior, the lone senior on this team, Broderick Robinson.
Yeah, Broderick, 2nd leading scorer on UMKC this season so far. Had a phenomenal Gulf Coast tournament, averaging almost 20 a game. all conference down there.
And he's off to a really good start, and he will fill up your stat sheet. Excellent steal guy for this team on the season. Throw out the assists, scoring it well. Giles double teamed. He takes it in, and he draws the foul.
That was a good time. That find down low.
And that might have been on UMKC. I think it's on Isaiah Ross. We'll take time out as Kansas. Off an excellent three-point shooting game again from UT Martin, where they had 14 of 28 threes in that game. They also had another game this season where they hit 12 threes. And that one nearly turns over here. And, Michael, that's been a story here early on. Both teams turning it over. There's Coach Richardson, 5th season here at UMKC. Got a young team this season, one senior in Broderick Robinson. And Coach Richardson coming off the Roos' best season in quite some time. 18 wins last season. They made the postseason, the CBI tournament, and then won a game here in that tournament against Green Bay. Here's Hagedorn at 6'10". Off the glass, it won't go, but there's Birch Manning inside again. Big Mo Ahmed standing there with the arms straight up, Michael, at 7'2".
He stood up and he almost touched the rim just standing on the floor. Good job that time by Giles, going straight up against the South Dakota player, not drawing the foul.
Sometimes if you just stand there with the hands up and you're 7'2", that's all you need. Nice dump inside to Mooney as they went high-low that time.
Yeah, Mooney didn't stop moving after the ball. Pass kept moving. UMKC has to keep an eye on him. He can light it up quick.
Here's Robinson. What have you seen defensively out of South Dakota? Robinson from the elbow.
Well, when you got an offense like that, it doesn't matter what the defense is doing.
But they're getting up in transition. Big Mo up to cap that one. They call a foul. Didn't see a lot of body contact there, Michael, but they called a foul on Big Mo.
Yeah, Mo and Ahmed doing a great job getting back in transition. South Dakota is pushing the ball. UMKC has to get back and take another look at it right here. Going up, all ball up top. I think they call a little bit on the body as Mo Ahmed picks up his first foul.
And to your point, Michael, some loose rims here in Swinney Rec.
Oh, my goodness.
What'd you say? I'd have got 75?
I got
or you'd have averaged 40 in here. That's what you said.
One or the other.
As it was, you still had 2,500 points.
That's it. The good old days.
That's a lot of points. Here's Robinson. All-time leading scorer, Michael Watson. Here's Tony Jackson in the ball game. Back up top to Bishop. Looking for that screen from Mo Ahmed. There goes X on his way to the rim, and that one will count. At 5'8" in the land of the Giants, getting one to go.
Well, you giving him a couple of inches, saying 5'8", Xavier Bishop. Good job, shot clock running down. Has the ability to do this anytime he wants, drawing the contact, able to finish to give UMKC a 10-7 lead.
Now, Michael, in high school, he went to Lamphere High School in Springfield, Illinois. All-time leading scorer is Xavier Bishop. You know who else went to school there?
Who else?
How about Andre Iguodala?
Oh, nice.
Now, does that mean that X got Iggy with it when he was there?
Iggy with it.
If he outscored Iguodala?
And that just happened because you just said it. He got Iggy with it for sure.
How about the three-point play there?
Yeah, good job by UMKC. And I like what Kareem is doing. Pressing up against South Dakota, just making it uncomfortable, throwing another look at him as McKissick checks in the game for UMKC.
Boy, UMKC has been good defensively this season
really
at times, and you really like the way the freshmen play defense.
Really have, and Coach Richardson has really preached that all practice. We're going to be a good defensive team. We're going to be solid on all ends.
Boy, they almost had a shot clock violation. They had a desperation three from Hagedorn. Just what they wanted on that possession. Isaiah Ross short on that one. Rebound, Birch Manning. Quickly the other way as South Dakota continues to push, and Tyler Peterson, who just checked in, has his first two.
Well, South Dakota's not worried about a shot clock. They're going to put the ball up the first opportunity that they get a good look. And UMKC, like I said earlier, has to do a better job of getting back into defensive transition and prepare for South Dakota.
Here's Broderick Robinson up top. Now off to Tony Jackson, much heralded freshman from Montgomery, Alabama. Robinson short on the three. Rebound taken away by Birch Manning.
And sometimes you can fall in love with that outside shot if you're UMKC.
Peterson missing this time. High for the rebound is Robinson, who averages 5 rebounds a game on the season. Leading rebounder for Kansas City at only 6'1". Here's Ross. Had it stolen, but a foul called as he takes it in. We talked about the Roos' good defense. How about a couple of possessions ago?
Yeah, really playing good defense, good help defense, as well as UMKC switching the screens, identifying their players, and they're on the catch. If you're a coach, you love to see that your players, they're on the catch, not allowing any free things off of the screens and forcing an outside shot. UMKC has gotten so much better this year on the defensive end, but they can't fall in love with the three-point shot. Sometimes it's going in, sometimes it's not.
Tonight's replays brought to you by KC Streetcar. Free to ride 7 days a week. Tony Jackson might have got away with a little push off there. Almost got it to go. The other way, Mooney. Mooney leaves it back for Peterson. And not sure about that one. They didn't get a fresh shot clock on the turnover there, or on the missed shot by Jackson. So we'll revisit here. The all-time series between these two teams is tied at 3. As we said, last season the Roos won it by 2. The season before that, they played at South Dakota to at home on campus tonight here at Swanee Rec. Glad to have you with us here on KMCI tonight, along with Michael Watson. This is Neil Harwell. High for the rebound is Fuller, and then taken away. Here comes Kansas City. Broderick Robinson trying to weave his way through the defense, draws the foul.
That was good defense that time by Robinson, stripping that ball loose from the big of South Dakota, causing that turnover.
Yeah, Robinson, 15 steals on the season coming into the game. Xavier Bishop re-enters the game for Robinson. That is the third team foul on South Dakota. Also in the ball game now is Robert Kennard. He's got it right now and going to the rim on the other side.
Man.
How about Kennard? I said the lone senior was Robinson, but Kennard also a senior, the transfer from Northern Illinois. Or Northern Iowa, I should say.
Yeah, Kennard doing a good job. Really known for his shooting ability that time. Put it on the floor and got to the basket.
Dan Jack at 6'9", 230. The junior with his first 2 tonight. And a foul going against Peterson. On the other end, trying to check Bishop. Yeah, Robert Kennard right into the ball game and right to the rim. As we said, the transfer from Northern Iowa. And the Roos lead it by 2. Here's Kennard. Roos reset with Bishop. Here's McKissick on the pull-up.
Nice.
Oh! That is a nice, smooth mid-range.
Nice shot. That's a lost art right there.
That reminded me a little bit of Michael Watson right there.
That was nice.
Little like pull-up jumper, little fade on him. 4-point lead for Kansas City.
And he's getting right back after it defensively. I love the body stops by UMKC.
Fuller with the defense by Tony Jackson, and they turn it over. Bishop, they deal it around. Jackson. Rebound taken away by Dan Jack. Up and down we go here at Swanee Rec. Mooney down the lane with a nice dish that would have counted. And it will be Dan Jack going to the free throw line. Couple of nice. The junior. Averaging about 5 a game with 3 rebounds, 2 free throws here. 2-point lead, Kansas City.
The UMKC 6 of 12 from the field, shooting 50%, but 7 of those 12 shots have been from beyond the arc. Let's see if they can get some stuff going down low.
Kennard dumps it off to Alir Leak. They're quick to double team him. Bishop from outside. And the rebound flying in there for it is Simpson. Actually, that was Hurst that got the rebound. Here's Simpson. 3 is short. But they've got the rebound, South Dakota, and the Coyotes going to work on the glass. Carlton Hurst finishing off.
So South Dakota is always going to attack on the offensive rebounds, and that time UMKC didn't do a good job of boxing out, giving up that second chance point.
Bishop looking for a screen from Giles. Now off to Robinson, who just checked back in. Roddick already has 2 steals in the game. Giles going baseline, knocking people around. They call him for the foul. 4th team foul on Kansas City. And the Ruse radio, Stephen Davis once again doing the honors. There's Stephen. Listen to UMKC basketball with the voice of the Ruse. It's on ESPN KC 99.3.
Into the game for UMKC, Marvin Nesbitt Jr., number 33 for the Kangaroos. I'm just call him Bounce. That's his nickname, Bounce.
Okay.
Because he can get out of the gym in a hurry.
We saw him bouncing a little bit in the pregame. Ball knocked away. Pretty solid defense there for Kansas City. Kennard up the floor quickly. Leaving it back for Giles, who's already hit 1-3. This time he's going inside the lane. And then a foul called on Kansas City. And this one's going against Marvin Nesbitt Jr.
Both teams very physical on the defensive ends. Referees are allowing them to play, especially with the body contact, as UMKC's pressing up man-to-man defensively.
Don't you think Coach Richardson has some guys he likes to play defense with now?
For sure.
Maybe hasn't totally been the case the last couple of seasons at all times, but these freshmen, the freshman class, they're all long, all about 6'3", 6'4". And that time maybe a little bit too much out of Marvin Nesbitt Jr. out front.
Yeah, 2 quick ones for Marvin. Picking up those ticky-tack fouls for UMKC. But to your point, Neil, definitely has players who are bought into what he wants to do, and that's to get after it on the defensive end. You don't even hear Coach Richardson a lot on the offensive end, but you hear his voice a lot when the Blues are on defense.
Well, I really like the way they have checked the point guard this season with those guys. That shot no good, and out of bounds to Kansas City. And what I'm talking about, Michael, anybody that's ever handled the ball, they don't like that pressure, right?
No, you don't like that pressure.
You didn't like that?
No, you don't like it because you have to set up the show for your team. And whenever you're making that difficult on the defensive end, then you're doing your job.
And you have guys like McKissick and Nesbitt and also Marco Smith. Those guys are long, 6'3", 6'4", and they embrace the challenge out there defensively. And it's paid off for Kansas City in a few ball games. It really did last game against Tennessee Martin, where they won it by 10 and really led by 20 for most of that game. Broderick Robinson right down central, but can't get it to go. Birch Manning, the rebound coming out of there. Simpson off to Hurst.
Great job of Kangaroos getting back on defense that time. Robinson fell down out of the play, but teammates able to help him to recover. And right now, clock running down for South Dakota.
Bishop getting right up in Simpson, and he stole it. Nice job by X. And then he lost the ball, and then a foul called on Xavier Bishop. Unfortunate. Great work to steal this basketball.
Yeah, got called for the foul this time, but watch the defense by Xavier Bishop just getting up in his person right here. And we call this, give me those cookies right here. Bishop takes the ball, then dribble it off the back,
his foot.
Yeah, off the foot of the South Dakota player.
Just unfortunate. But that was just what we were talking about, right?
Exactly.
Checking the point guard. And we didn't mention X. We were talking about the freshman. X showing you how it's done right there. On the baseline, that one misses, and the Roos come away with a rebound. Xavier Bishop. He had 5 rebounds last game at 5'8". Isaiah Ross draws the foul.
And the Roos basically have 5 guards on the floor right now. I think the tallest person is probably
It's
Giles.
Jordan. They list him at 6'7".
Yeah, he's more like 6'5". So they have 5 guards out here. The old Raytown 95 team on the floor at UMKC.
With Tyronn Lue, the head coach at Cleveland now in the NBA.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that was quite the team. That's one of my favorite all-time teams from the area ever.
For sure. That was the best game in Kansas City history. Right down against Central High School at the Muni as Ross knocks down the second one.
Isaiah with a couple free throws. And he's on the scoreboard now, leading scorer on the season at 13 a game. Isaiah Ross. Kansas City up 2. Inside 8 to play. Mooney, that's a 3. They say he has NBA range.
Oh, easy.
And there's a demonstration right there.
Easy. Whenever you can come off the screen and pull up from deep, from about 24 feet, you definitely got NBA range. And we know what Mooney can bring to the game, averaging 17 points so far this season. Right
Giles, short. Taken away there by Carlton Hurst. Here he comes quickly. Hagedorn dumps it inside to Birch Manning. Going to work down low. Big old step into the lane. And then there's Nesbitt Jr., who's been rebounding the ball well at only 6 foot. And a nice little gathering during the holiday season here, Michael, on campus.
Well, it's the best time of the year. The plaza lights are on, playing basketball on campus.
And you have a good view. I mean, we could hit a nice 3-wood and hit the plaza from here, right?
You sure could.
Jordan Giles, boy, they just ushered him right out of the lane, but the foul is called.
I was waiting for the first one. They called the third one, but they got it right.
Dan Jeck, and he is a solid 230. Just kind of pushing Jordan across the lane. Well, last TV game that you did with us, Jordan, he got a little bit out of control on a dunk, didn't he, the other night? One of the better dunks that we've had last couple seasons.
Yeah, the left hand, too. Left hand just hammers it home as Tony Jackson to check into the game for Marvin Nesbitt Jr.
Jordan Giles, 6'7", 225 freshman from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. His numbers are up this season, getting a lot more playing time, averaging over 9 a game. Missed the second free throw. He has 4 points here tonight, ties the game at 18. They weave it out front against that man-to-man. Robinson trying to fight through the screen, and they call him for the foul.
Well, you'll take those kind of fouls if you're Kareem Richardson. Your guys trying to be aggressive on the defensive end.
17 foul on Kansas City. In fact, both teams 7 fouls, so we shoot free throws now. Coach Richardson
got the beard going on.
He does.
You see that?
I did see that.
Watch out now.
Still looking dapper over there now. Up top, Giles. That's the 3 he hit earlier, that same spot. And here's Mooney. Tough assignment for Giles right now.
He's a tough assignment for anybody because he's constantly moving without the ball. He can do that.
Boy, just shoots so well on the move. That is smooth.
That is a lost art in basketball. The mid-range jumper. Don't have to get all the way to the basket. You don't have to settle for the deep 3. Mooney, that's with the pull-up J.
Yeah, Michael, he can go off the dribble, catch and shoot on the move, whatever. Robinson, that's a 3. Broderick Robinson has 5. But they get it up the floor quickly and 1 in transition. Tyler Peterson.
And we've been talking about that all night long, Neil. UMKC not getting back into defensive transitions, and South Dakota has picked up on that early on and pushing the ball right down the middle of the floor. And that time, opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, Coach Smith and South Dakota have really looked to push the ball in transition. After makes, there was a make right there, and boom, they were up the floor in a hurry. It was Peterson running ahead of the pack. 6'4", 210 sophomore, averaging about 7 a game, cannot complete the 3-point play. And a quick whistle down inside on South Dakota, so we come the other way to shoot free throws. That foul is on Mooney.
And Mooney got his hand caught in the cookie jar that time, trying to take it away from Lear Leak. Close game. UMKC not playing very well defensively in a transition, but still has an opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, that's been the one weakness here tonight, Michael, is in the transition defense. The half court has been outstanding.
Yeah. It's been phenomenal. I know that's driving Coach Richardson crazy when you have all guards and your guards are getting beat down the floor in transition.
Alir Leak at the free throw line, 6'9", 225 junior. 2 free throws there, looking good on that stroke. Came in at 73%. Alir's a guy that can go out there and shoot the basketball, even though he's 6'9". As we say, don't let the size fool you.
Not at all. He can stroke it.
He can stroke it out there. 2 nice free throws there to give UMKC a 1-point lead. And again, the full court pressure by Kansas City. That has bothered South Dakota a little bit tonight. There's Alir Leak, but this half-court defense has been tough. 3-pointer, and that one goes. The left-hander, Nick Fuller, the transfer from Nebraska.
Well, that time South Dakota just lulled the UMKC defense to sleep. Able to knock down a 3-pointer to go up 2.
Marco Smith in there now. We're number 1. Young man from Kansas City, Kansas. 3 ball by McKissick, no good. Here comes South Dakota quickly. Fuller back outside to Peterson. That 3 no good. And the rebound out of bounds going over to Kansas City. Neither team really shooting it for an outstanding percentage from beyond the arc tonight, Michael. The shots have been there.
The UMKC, all guards on the floor besides their Alir Leak, still can't fall in love with that outside 3. I know it's tempting, but you have to get something going towards the basket. As looks like Alir Leak called for the offensive foul. Wasn't set, trying to set that screen.
Alir Leak getting a lot more minutes this season than he got last season. Now a junior. He was hurt a little bit last season, too, and he kind of played through it during the year. But certainly he's a guy that's giving UMKC, Coach Richardson, giving him a lot stronger game this season.
Gives him a presence down low, he and Mohamed, when he comes in the game.
Blocking more shots down there than a season ago. There's a steal by Marco Smith. Quickly in transition. X to the rim, can't finish. And the Coyotes the other way. Birch Manning down low. Rebound Alir Leak.
I mean, these are some athletes on the floor.
McKissick. Extra pass, Jackson. Alir Leak flies in for the rebound. Great hustle by Alir, but then they got it from him. Picked it away down low.
Yeah, Mooney down low.
Another near steal by Kansas City. Back to Mooney. Mooney working on Bishop. Too strong on that shot. Rebound Jackson. Here comes Bishop.
And it doesn't take Mooney long to get his shot off. Bishop from 3.
Oh! Here we go. Second 3 for Xavier Bishop. And Kansas City back on top by 1.
And Bishop can do that. He can fill it up quick as well. All-time leading scorer in high school. Turnover.
Bodies hitting the deck. And a little extracurricular down low. As we have time out on the floor. And he's getting a little chippy, but how about this 3?
Getting a little chippy when you're knocking down 3s. UMKC up by 1, and we'll be back on the Rouge Network.
So it's a dead ball technical foul, and going to the free throw line, we just got that explained to us by the officials. Brandon Armstrong is at the free throw line here, and he's got the first one. Armstrong had a career-high 16 against Youngstown State in the last game they played, and has 2 free throws here. He hit 2 of 2 against Youngstown State, so now on the dead ball foul, it will be Coyote basketball, as they have taken the lead with those 2 free throws.
So Coyote, not the Coyotes.
No, don't say that.
Do not say the Coyotes.
No, it is Coyotes.
Yeah, I don't want any problems.
There's a foul out front on Bishop. And so going to the free throw line is 10 fouls now on Kansas City to shoot 2. will be Tristan Simpson.
And those are the fouls that you just don't need if you're UMKC. For Bishop up top, getting the foul 30 feet away from the basket.
Simpson missing the first, coming in here shooting 68% on the season. He had a career high early this season against Northern Colorado, 18 points. But he's their assist guy, second in the Summit League at over 4 a game. And that one sits on the rim and did not go. And here comes Kansas City. McKissick, hop step, I'll see you. Back outside. Isaiah Ross, that's the look they want. Isaiah yet to hit a 3-ball here in the first half.
Yeah, and he's fallen in love with it a little too much for UMKC. Even though he's open, probably want to put that ball on the floor, try to get to the basket. South Dakota has 18 fouls.
That rebound going right to Fuller, and he laid it in.
Well, great footwork by Fuller that time. Crashing the boards, able to put the ball on the floor, spin move, and nice finish with the left.
Brandon McKissick. Off to Leak. And a whistle and a foul down low. This is going to be on Kansas City. And 2 more free throws coming up for South Dakota. That's going to be on Isaiah Ross.
And the last 3 possessions for UMKC, 3 three-point attempts.
Check out the new UMKC Basketball Punch Pass. Pick 10 games for only $80. Visit UMKCKangaroos.com or call 844-UMKC-FAN to buy today. And to the line, Matt Mooney. As that one trickles home on the first one, 67% coming in from the free throw line. Last season he averaged 19 a game, 46 from the field, 71 from the free throw line. And he got to that line a lot. He shot 160 free throws last season. 5-point lead. This is the largest lead of the game for South Dakota now.
Yeah, South Dakota has gone on a 6-0 run since that technical foul. The momentum really has swung in their way.
Here's Bishop stepping back. No on the 3 this time, and the rebound taken away by Armstrong. And here comes South Dakota looking to add to that 5-point lead. Out high, Armstrong. Working on Leak. Another rebound by Fuller. Mooney to the rim, and Leak the rebound.
Well, you see the difference in both teams.
McKissick, no on the 3. Leak keeps it alive as he flew in from the outside, and looks like he's okay as he runs back up the floor. Fuller again, missed this time, and Kennard tips it to Bishop. And he's going to restore a little order here.
That was good hustle that time from Tony Jackson, getting back and just challenging that shot for South Dakota. UMKC last 5 possessions have shot 5 3-pointers and missed them all.
Kennard headed to the rim. Contact there. Leak goes for the rebound and back up and in. Alir Leak. Great hustle that time.
That was good job by Alir Leak, keeping the ball alive on the offensive glass with his long arms, able to put that back.
Just over a minute to play. Birch Manning working on Jackson. Pump faked him everywhere. Got his own. And up over the top of the bucket. Great hustle by Birch Manning.
Well, that's just a man move down low by Trey Birch Manning. Able to power that one back up over the long arms of Tony Jackson.
And that was the scouting report on Birch Manning. You have to box him out.
For sure.
Very aggressive going to the offensive glass. On the baseline, Jackson, no. Roos have gone cold here, except for that little putback by Leak.
They've gone cold since the technical foul against Marco Smith.
And Coach Smith wants a timeout for South Dakota. South Sudan, Alir Leak. That one knocked out. It will stay with South Dakota. Mooney is met there by the freshman McKissick. That's a nice matchup.
I like that matchup with McKissick going in because he wants that matchup. He wants to guard the best player for South Dakota.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that embraces the defensive challenge. Here's Bishop working up top against Hurst, or Simpson, I should say. Birch Manning now to Mooney. Fuller again to the rim, and that one will count. He has come in and given them some great minutes as that basket will count, and he'll get a free throw.
Well, South Dakota does a fantastic job of moving without the basketball. And you see Fuller that time. The play was designed to go to Mooney, but Mooney gave it up to a cutting Fuller, able to finish with the left hand and drew the foul.
Graduate player as he transferred in from Nebraska. Talking about Nick Fuller, Coach Smith, glad he did. And obviously he spent time, Coach Smith did, at Nebraska before taking this job. Coach there with Tim Miles. Actually has been with Coach Miles at a number of different stops. Colorado State, Nebraska. Here comes Kansas City. Bishop going to the rim and draws the foul. So this will be a one-on-one opportunity for Xavier Bishop. That's the 19th foul here first half with only 3 seconds left.
That was a smart play by Bishop, not selling for an outside jumper. 6 seconds, you can go in the full into the court in about 3 or 4. At that time, able to draw the foul.
X having a nice offensive evening and has the first free throw. He's been a good free throw shooter since he stepped in here. Last season he shot 74%. This season he's at 85%. Now 10 points in the ball game for X. And Michael, this is a guy that, boy, they really wanted him to take a big step this season from freshman to sophomore. Got to play quite a bit as a freshman. And as of late, he's really starting to pick up his game. And certainly here tonight now with 11 points. And playing some good solid defense like we've seen out there. 6-point ball game. Kansas City was ahead by 1. Then they went on that run. And now they look to try to add. South Dakota does.
Yes, a lot of time on the clock. 3 seconds.
With 3 seconds. You can get it up the floor. So now something else going on with the clock here. They've got 1.7 up there now. They had 3 seconds just moments ago. Now they have the 3 back. They get it to Mooney across the timeline. He launches. It would have counted. Pretty good look.
Great look.
20 rec campus of UMKC. The only game this season played on campus for Kansas City. And right now, Roos are down by 6, but they start with the basketball. And Xavier Bishop leading the way in scoring with 11.
South Dakota back out in their man-to-man defense.
Giles whips it out to Bishop. Just short on that 3 ball.
Well, not the look I thought they would have coming out of the break. Went inside to Giles. Giles kicked it out, but that's what South Dakota wants them to do. They're not shooting very well. 4 of 19 so far from the 3-point line is UMKC.
It is something this team can do, though. As we said, 14 threes in their last win. And there's a rebound by Giles on the miss. Here comes Kansas City with Robinson up the floor.
And if I'm UMKC, I'm looking to be aggressive, going to the basket just like this. But getting a better shot for the Kangaroos.
Yeah, fading away on that shot from Broderick that time. Here's Mooney on his trip to the rim, and he has shown us all different types of ways he can score.
Well, that was an NBA move right there off that screen, able to split it, coming off the screen, and then finish with a finger roll.
And as you said, Michael, he just kind of oozes confidence.
Oh, he does. All day. He knows he can get a shot off against any defender anytime he wants to.
Isaiah Ross hasn't gotten it cranked up yet, and there's a rebound from Birch Manning. South Dakota looking to go up by double digits here with a hoop.
And South Dakota's doing a great job of executing on the offensive end, getting whatever shot they want, doing a great job of moving without the basketball.
Over the top, Hagedorn got the rebound at 6'10". And they'll have another go here on the offensive end, the Coyotes. On the pull-up, Simpson. And boxing out, and Lear Leak comes away with a rebound. Quickly up the floor, Robinson short on the 3. Giles is there battling, and he draws the foul.
Well, you watch Mooney come off this screen right here. Look at that split. I literally thought he had him jumped a little bit, but
that's just smooth.
Just the ability to split a screen while you're coming off of a screen. I mean, that's next level type stuff from this kid right here, Matt Mooney.
Just a junior.
Yeah.
Now, he only spent 1 year at Air Force Academy. First shot no good by Jordan. Giles on the season comes in at 80% from the free throw line. He shot 90-some last season, 92% from the line. So he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he walked out into the doors here at UMKC, and he's got the second.
Well, UMKC is going to have to get their defense to get their offense started. See if they can kickstart it by pressing up against a good South Dakota basketball team.
Mooney splits the defense. Down low with a pump fake. Ripped away. Giles drawing the foul on Birch Manning.
Well, the same exact play for Mooney coming off, splitting the screen. That time unable to finish, but South Dakota is all over the offensive glass, keeping the ball alive and trying to get second chance points.
Birch Manning, second personal foul, second team foul here in the second half on USD. Down low, a Lear Leak going to work, and he draws the foul, missed the shot. I know Lear's disappointed that he missed that shot after the pump fake, but he'll go to that free throw line where he's hit 2 of 2 here tonight.
Well, I'm just glad he made a move down low, caught the ball in the post, didn't kick it back out, made a strong move to the basket, able to draw the foul and get to the free throw line.
Well, if the way the Roos can shoot threes, they're going to need some kind of presence down there.
For sure.
That other teams have to respect. And if Lear Leak, Jordan Giles, players like that can get it done for the Roos. Now, they have some guys coming next year that aren't playing right now. When you're talking about guys like Dixon for UMKC, who transferred in. Also, Brandon Suggs transferred in from Bethune-Cookman, but they're not going to be eligible till next season. There's a lot of size with those guys, around 6'10". 2 misses there by Giles, though. Hagedorn leaves it back for Simpson. Near steal by Bishop. They call him for the foul as he reaches in.
Yeah, did a good job.
Foul.
Good job of cutting him off that time, but then when you reach is when he got called for the foul. But good job initially by Bishop cutting him off right here, but then he reaches for the steal and gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. I never liked any call. That's the face I made on every call that I never fouled a player.
Yeah, I remember that face out of you. And one for Mooney on the backdoor cut off the inbound.
Execution, execution, execution. South Dakota, great job that time with the backdoor. Overplaying Mooney because you know he can score outside, and that time just goes backdoor. Caught Broderick Robinson sleeping. Able to score the basket, and Mooney knocks this one down to give South Dakota a 10-point lead here in the second half.
Largest of the game, 16 now for Mooney. Giles, piece of the lane, to the rim and scoring.
And that's what you need more of from Jordan Giles. Not settling for the outside shot. He has the ability and the field to get all the way to the basket anytime he wants to. That time able to finish.
8-point lead for the Coyotes of South Dakota. Birch Manning backing in the defense. Hagedorn, piece of the lane, and he draws the foul. This one's going to be on Giles. No, it's going to be on Isaiah Ross.
Isaiah Ross picked up that foul, but last time down the floor, Jordan Giles not settling for the outside shot. Goes strong to the basket, able to finish with the referee's elbow on the camera.
He did finish it off, though, and Giles now with 7 points in the game for Kansas City. He's done it in every phase. A 3, a 2, and 2 free throws. Here's Hagedorn at the free throw line. Boy, he's had a nice season. That's his first point of the ball game. Came in averaging over 14 a game and 6 rebounds.
That's a Lear Leak doing a good job against him. He knocked down that second free throw, but he and Leak have been battling all night long.
Back to a 10-point lead after the 2 free throws from Hagedorn. Back to Giles. Thought about that 3.
You can get that 3 anytime you want.
Giles again. weaving through the defense on the other side. He has 9 with his left hand, his dominant hand. He's a left-hand player, left-hand shooter, and got it to go. And now Kansas City comes with that full court pressure.
Yeah, Giles might have got away with a carry that last time to the basket. The officials didn't call it, but UMKC picking back up full court, trying to get something going as wide open.
And they just let him loose as Hurst ahead of the pack.
Oh, my God. He just monkey dunked that one.
Kansas City just unaware that he was behind the defense. Out of a timeout. And another steal out front. Mooney this time to the rim.
And you know, he knows how to finish. 2 turnovers in a row.
Out of the timeout.
Yeah, out of the timeout. Well, not a turnover, just a lost man. Lost assignment for UMKC. Going to happen when you have a young team.
Here's Giles double teamed. He's going to have to get a shot off inside. It won't go. Battling for the rebound. Out of bounds over to South Dakota. Well, the Roos were up trying to press, but they lost.
And then shooting themselves in the foot with careless turnovers. Let's see if they can get it going, picking up full court.
Neither team shooting it very well from the field. UMKC only 31%. Both teams ice cold from outside. Both teams at 20% from the 3-line.
The crowd trying to get him into a little home cooking. This kid, oh my goodness.
Mooney.
Are you kidding me right now?
Man, he's 20 for Mooney.
He split the trap behind the back. My goodness.
He's done it in every kind of way tonight.
Oh, he is the real deal.
As he normally does. I mean, he's a candidate for Player of the Year in the Summit League, no question. Bishop looking for help, finds Leak over the top. Rebounds Fuller, who's given them nice minutes tonight. Fuller checking in off the bench.
And UMKC has just gone cold on the offensive end. Looked very unsettled. And that's where the veteran leadership comes into play.
Oh, Fuller drops a 3, his second 3, and just like that, this is a 17-point lead for South Dakota. Leak inside and 1.
Well, that was a big bucket and much needed for UMKC. Good look ahead by Bishop to Leak, able to finish through the contact to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit, because South Dakota was going on a tear here in Swinney Rec.
Their Leak, who has 3 older brothers, all have played Division I basketball. So Leak making the 4th. And he's got the 3-point play. So again, here comes the full court pressure. Kansas City down by 14. Still plenty of time left in this game. 14:03 left. Glad to have you with us here on the Roos Network. Along with Michael Watson, this is Neil Harwell. Inside, Hurst was dunking it on everybody. Fouls on Leak.
Well, sometimes when you got it going, you just got it going. Mooney off the screen. You know what? Behind the back, split the screen. Able to slow up, take the contact,
on
and
one
finish.
leg on the follow.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
right. Oh, my goodness.
That's just what you do in pickup right there. Behind the back. The fact that you would even try it in a real game.
Back to your confidence that you were talking about.
You got sky-high confidence to do that. But on the other end, Hurst knocks it down, but he challenged Alir Leak at the rim.
Hurst got a little bounce.
Oh, he got strong bounce, too.
He's only 6'3".
Man.
15-point lead for South Dakota. Leak is down and grabbing his leg. And he looks like he is in pain. As we said, he was bothered by some injuries last season. And it looks like he's going to be able to get off on his own power there.
Let's take a look at it right here. Oh, just got his leg whipped right there.
Yeah, got undercut.
Yeah, right in the back of his knee. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, as you called it, back to the 5-guard.
It is. I call this the Raytown right here. This is the 5 guards on the floor for UMKC.
Robinson. It just has not been there tonight from the 3-line for Kansas City. They are 4 of 21 tonight.
And it's still selling for that outshot shot. Sometimes it's just not going to be falling.
And Birch Manning, boy, that's a nice job, a half-court offense that they just ran there, and Birch Manning has 6.
He curled around the entire perimeter to get that shot. That's what I said earlier. Moving without the basketball, South Dakota done it all night long.
McKissick draws the foul as he takes it in. That's the 15th foul now on South Dakota. That's going to be on Mooney. That's his second on Mooney. Mooney has a game of 31 this season at TCU. He has 20 tonight with plenty of game left.
Well, I'm sure that 31 will fall somewhere this season. Hopefully not tonight, but he's a high caliber player.
Giles backing in the defense. That's a strong move by Jordan. Couldn't finish it off. Got right where he wanted to be, just couldn't complete the play. And a walk.
Still a lot of time left in this game for UMKC.
8th turnover on South Dakota. Robert Kennard back into the ball game, replacing Brandon McKissick.
This is where you just want singles, singles, singles. Get to the basket, try to draw some fouls, get to the free throw line, try to get your rhythm back. If you're UMKC, South Dakota's doing a great job defensively of pushing them where they want them to go.
Giles missing the 3, had a good look at it from out there, but again, UMKC struggling from the 3-line tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Birch Manning right down central.
Birch, a man right down central. Woo. Like the Red Sea opened up for him.
19-point lead for South Dakota. Bishop had it picked. Look out. Missed the shot, but cleaned up there by Simpson.
That was good hustle by Marco Smith. But great follow-up by South Dakota. Now you see the confidence through the roof, up 21 right now with 11:40 left in the second half.
Bishop to the rim, wave it off, foul on the floor. As you said, Michael.
Man.
The wave parted for Birch Manning.
Well, Birch Manning.
Outstanding job with the program. It's a good, solid team. 6-2 this season. Here's Marco Smith off the glass and count it for Marco Smith.
And he can do that anytime he wants. Any of these guards from UMKC can do that anytime they want. That time the KCK native to the basket and one opportunity to make it a 3-point play.
2 times All-State at Washington High School. 6'2", 165 freshman. What is it you call him again?
Babyface assassin.
Guess he got him that time.
He got him. That's
3-point play. Lead is a dozen for South Dakota. Mooney has gotten UMKC all night with his 20. Birch Manning from outside. Robert Kennard up for the rebound, and a great outlet to Marco Smith. How about Kansas City running the floor? Jackson finished it off.
Well, they got the 8-1-6 going right now. 5 guards.
And a near steal by Robinson, but he was out of bounds. How about Robert Kennard starting the break?
Well, big rebound by Kennard, going up strong and outlet. One pass, one dribble, one pass.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's textbook fast break for UMKC. Great finish by Tony Jackson. Little life off the bench for the Kangaroos.
I mean, that's like a Kevin Love outlet pass.
There you go.
Off the glass from the 6'1" Kennard. Drop it down low, and that's too easy.
And that's what you're going to give up when you have 5 guards out there. But this is what you want. Be able to push the basketball and get easy buckets.
Robinson. Roderick Robinson now with 7.
And that step back can make you a lot of money that time. Pushing off, able to knock down the jumper was Roderick Robinson, the senior for the Kangaroos.
Peterson in the game now for USD. He's got the ball, and he's fouled out front by Kennard. Look at that step back here, Michael, out of Roderick Robinson.
This is a shot I learned my sophomore year. Coach Dempsey, he said, Mike, you're going to be going against 6'4", 6'5", 2 guards. You have to learn to step back. And it became my favorite move. That time, Roderick Robinson, great job. It's hard to gather yourself after you push off somebody, bounce back, and be able to knock down that shot.
Takes a lot of work to practice that one,
sure,
right?
Definitely.
Many hours in the gym on that one. Peterson nearly whiffed it. Robinson got the rebound quickly to Bishop.
Oh, he's gone.
And X draws the foul as he takes it in, and another good outlet pass, this time by Robinson.
And what's funny is Umkc is undersized right now, but they're rebounding the best they've done all night long with these 5 guards. Rebounding is all about effort. And right now, Umkc going small, able to push the basketball against South Dakota.
And when you said 5 guards, I mean, these are
literally
5 guards literally now. I mean, you're talking about Jackson is a guard. He's the biggest guy at 6'5".
And sometimes you got to change it up. Going big wasn't working for Coach Richardson. And credit to him changing it up, making in-game changes for UMKC.
And Alir Leak is injured.
Right.
You know, he's the main size that they have in there at 6'9". Seen Mohamed a bit.
And UMKC staying in 22. Their press trying to cause some turnovers.
And Marco Smith stuck his hand in there. He wasn't sure about that call. But he picks up the foul, his second. Good hustle by Kansas City. And obviously with the lineup they have, very quick out there in their pressure.
Super quick. You'll take one of those if you're Coach Richardson. The effort from his guys trying to get after defensively. And they're everywhere right now, doing a great job.
And Simpson, with his second hoop of the game, averaging about 9 a game on the season, has 4.
Well, the patience that South Dakota shows on offensive end is something to be marveled at, as they get the shot that they want every single time.
Marco Smith put him in the blender. Woo! Marco Smith with 5.
Well, he can do that. 2-time All-State player. Used to put his team on his back in high school. Has the ability to do it. Talking to Coach AT before the game, saying we just got to get this guy to not turn the ball over, and he can help us out a whole lot.
And that one will go for Hurst, who has already shown us some tremendous strength tonight. How did he get that one off the glass to go as his arm was being grabbed?
Well, that was just a grown man weight room move that time. I mean, he had Marco
he looks like
Smith.
He spent a little time in there.
Yeah, he looked like he eats some weights right there easily. That time he had Smith draped on his right side and able to finish with his left hand. That'd be 3 fouls on Marco Smith. He'll go to the bench, back into the game for UMKC, Isaiah Ross.
That's an explosive athlete. I mean, he's the guy that usually covers the opponent's best offensive player. Outstanding defender.
Well, he looks like a D-back.
He sure does. Or maybe you could even give him a linebacker.
Easy. 66-49. UMKC down right now against a really, really good South Dakota team. Isaiah Ross misses that 3.
Yeah, it has not been there tonight for Isaiah Ross. Coming off 27 career-high points in their last game, their win against UT Morton. But tonight, just hadn't been there for Isaiah.
And the thing you learn quick, well, not quick, thing you learn as a young player is when it's not following, you have to be able to go do something else. And so far, UMKC hasn't adjusted.
There's another guy that is very aggressive on the board.
That's Moses right there. The
Trey Birch Manning.
Yeah, you see the red beard, red C, it kind of goes, Neil.
It did open up for him.
I mean, it opened up, and he just, my goodness, he jumped to the heavens on that dunk.
Here's Armstrong. And a steal out front. Isaiah Ross trying to keep it alive. Good hustle here in front of our broadcast position. And I think this one's going to stay with South Dakota. Are you okay, man?
I'm great.
I noticed you ran the other way. You,
I
you didn't want any part of that
pushed
charge.
the tables so that they wouldn't hit me. I don't play anymore. Don't hit my body. I don't like that.
I didn't see you take too many charges, man. You left that to Will Palmer.
I didn't do that. That wasn't my job. We had jobs. That wasn't in my job description.
Did you play with Kalu Guasco?
I didn't
he was
play
after
with
you. He took some charges.
Kalu took charges on the air. It didn't matter what was in front of him. He was going to take a charge.
Mooney. Oh, my goodness. And he was wanting a foul on that. 23 for Mooney.
Oh, he is real. Oh, my goodness. Coming off the screen with that confidence just to pull up.
Isaiah Ross.
Right back.
That's his first field goal tonight.
Well, shooters shoot. Now, Isaiah Ross been off so far, but you got to keep shooting the basketball.
And there's a steal. Somebody pecked it away over there. Bishop weaving through the defense. X with 15. And there's another near steal by Kansas City. They call for the foul, though. They're called for the foul. It's going to be on McKissick. Right. Just 2 free throws. Hagedorn was the Nebraska Player of the Year at Norfolk High School, Norfolk, Nebraska. Junior now at South Dakota. And he has 4 free throws tonight. And that lead is back to 18. It's been as high as 21 tonight for South Dakota. Just over 7 minutes to play. Ross over to Giles. Jordan Giles with another 3-ball tonight.
And that was a big shot for the confidence of UMKC. When you see yourself continue to miss shots over and over again, it can play with confidence. But that time, good job by Giles knocking that down.
Armstrong met there by McKissick. Now it's Hurst and Simpson. Mooney finds himself open, so he just tosses it in.
Yeah, you can't leave a guy like that who's always ready to score the basketball and just knocks it down. 25 on the night so far for him.
McKissick going in and scoring. Nice use of the body by the 6'3", 195 freshman from Ferguson, Missouri. Level there. And the thing you like about these guys first is they like to play defense. They put the work in on the defensive end. They're going to get better offensively, no question. They were all good offensive players in high school.
For sure.
I mean, you know what it's like to take your game from high school to college, obviously, Michael. I mean, what's it do? You know, I mean, what do they have to do to take that offensive game out there?
I think the physicality of it is having to get used to when you're transitioning into the D1 basketball. That was the biggest thing for me. Like, everybody was strong. Everybody was just as quick and who could jump just as high. So what sets you apart as the lane opened up again and the easy dunk that time from Nick Fuller.
Foul as Xavier Bishop takes it in on South Dakota. That's their 19th foul. Fuller has 14 points off the bench now.
Yeah, he's playing very well, very active on the boards for South Dakota, but X that time did a good job pushing it right back down, not allowing South Dakota to set up defensively.
But back to your discussion there, you're saying mainly it's a strength thing.
It's a strength thing, but it's a confidence thing as well. I mean, you're playing against seasoned guys. I mean, you're getting into your man strength that we talked about. You're 18, 19, 20 years old. And then you're just adjusting to the speed of the game at the Division I level. And UMKC is full of freshman, sophomore players who are just getting used to it. And so they're going to take their lumps. But like you said, defensively getting after it and selling out and buying into what Coach Richardson is talking about on the defensive end. Got a lot of good young players on the Kangaroos.
16 for Bishop, 15 for Fuller. I shorted him a point. He's got the ball in the wing. Now back out top to Mooney, and I would bet Mooney's a pretty good closer at the end of a ball game when his team's got a lead.
He wants the ball.
Man, a guy that can get to the foul line, make free throws. Here he is with the ball. Met there by Marco Smith. There he goes down the lane, draws that foul, and will go to the line.
Well, he just makes it look easy. Not super quick, but he's smart with the basketball, and he's very strong as well, so he's able to absorb that contact and still finish. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Well, he was first team All Summit League last season. First team preseason Summit League this season. And he has done nothing but play outstanding ball this season again. 27 now for Mooney. His high game on the season, 31 against TCU. Back to Leak. That's a three.
He looks all right to me.
Sure does. That's his fourth three of the season, 50%, 4 out of 8 for Lear Leak.
And that's something he can do, able to stretch the defense and knock that down, usually playing the 4-5 for UMKC.
South Dakota working a little clock here as we approach 5 minutes.
And you see the patience from South Dakota. They're going to get the shot that they want when they want it.
Ball taken away by Xavier Bishop. Quickly to the rim he goes. Lear Leak is there to try for that rebound. And it's saved over there by Mooney, though.
Those 50-50 balls, you have to come up with them if you're UMKC.
And that's an offensive foul. Taking it is a Lear Leak, and once again, shaken up.
Yeah, he took that one square on the chest. And he's holding his hip. I think he may have knocked knees with Fuller. I mean, that was a impact play. Both players look to be okay. He's taking another look at it right here. Good pass ahead of Mooney. Lear Leak. Oh, yeah. Wow.
Well, just before that, he dropped the 3-ball, Michael.
Well, we'll take that. Lear Leak able to knock it down from the outside. Said, hey, coach, my knee is fine. Put me back in the game.
Isaiah Ross. And that's an offensive foul on Ross.
If you're Ross, you have to see that coming and pull up for the little floater in the lane. South Dakota, very disciplined basketball team, very well coached. Knowing that's coming, you can hear the bench down here in South Dakota talking about where Isaiah Ross likes to go. He likes to go left.
And Isaiah coming out of the ball game, and you know, Michael, he's shooting it well from outside coming in. 41% from the 3 line. He's a 40% three-point shooter for his career, basically. But inside the line, when he gets his dribble game going, I mean, it's like 30%.
Yes.
And so that's something.
Young players, yeah, you're going to have that one that's through the roof. Usually a three-point shooter is going to, look very, very good from outside and maybe be a 20% free throw shooter. It's just one of those things.
There's a part of that defense we're talking about out front, as Armstrong has called for the travel. Didn't want that pressure out there. Marco Smith.
You don't like that pressure.
I know Coach Richardson likes those guys out there on the perimeter with that defense.
4 minutes left.
Coach Richardson, a point guard in his own right at East Carolina, and then at Evansville, obviously, team captain. He knows what it's like to handle that ball, and when you're getting harassed like Marco Smith was just doing. Here he is again, mixing them up. Back to Ross. Isaiah kicks it out this time. Robinson, and it's just not there tonight from the 3 line for the most part for Kansas City. Mooney draws another foul, and this is what we're talking about. You get down into crunch time, and Mooney, with the ball in his hand, strong player, draws a foul here. We'll go to the free throw line when we come back. Kansas City down by 15.
Tuesday, fifth baseline.
South Dakota, and like you said, a lot of missed buckets, missed shots for UMKC, leading to that 14 rebound advantage.
And then a heavy dose of this guy.
Man.
Mooney at the line now, 28 points in the game. He's 10 of 14 from the field, 2 of 4 from the 3 line, and now 7 of 7 from the free throw line for 29. Matt Mooney.
We're going to call him DeVry because he's serious about success.
Okay. Isaiah Ross still hasn't hit a 3 tonight.
Yeah, that's
now
big.
0 for 5 for Isaiah from out there.
That's big, and that usually happens after you have a just phenomenal shooting game.
Yeah, he hit 7.
Yeah, the next game you can't buy a bucket. South Dakota using the clock. Very patient offensively. They've been all night.
And then they throw it away, but they took a lot of time off that clock. Now down inside 3 minutes, 2:56 left.
You have to understand, this is a team who won the Summit League regular season last year. Very well coached. They know how to win, and that's the difference between them and UMKC. They know their strengths, they know their weaknesses, but they know how to win as well, which is really important when you have a young team.
Yeah, big season last season for Coach Smith. They won 22 games. They were 12-4 in conference. They played in the NIT. South Dakota State has also been solid for the last few seasons. And they won the Summit League tournament and went on to play in the NCAA tournament. Well, you leave here and you go take on number 1.
Why not? Why not? Let's just go to Coach Krishkeville and just play Duke. Let's play number 1 team in the country.
Here, have this.
Yeah, there you go.
Isaiah Ross at the free throw line.
And those are the games that you know Matt Mooney is just licking his chop to go play at Duke to show what he can do against a powerhouse.
Well, that's it's got to be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
For sure.
We're playing Cameron.
For sure.
You know, unless you go to Duke or you play in the ACC, so great opportunity for Coach Smith in South Dakota to go do that. UMKC will take on Southeast Missouri State in their next game, and it keeps going for South Dakota. There goes Isaiah Ross. And now with 2 minutes left, it is an 18-point lead for South Dakota and 29 for that guy with the basketball, Matt Mooney. There he goes again. The defense was there, but back to the line where he's perfect tonight, 7 of 7. Talked about Kansas City's next game is Southeast Missouri. And then how about they're going to take on North Carolina State?
Yeah, the Wolfpack.
Now that is Coach Richardson's buddy that now coaches at North Carolina State, came from UNC Wilmington.
That's going to be a big
And they
game.
coached together at Louisville.
Best you want. You want to give your kids the opportunity to play against big programs to really just test themselves and see where they are. As Mooney checks out the game for South Dakota, 31 points for Matt Mooney. Just a phenomenal night for him as UMKC. Marco Smith back in the game for the Kangaroos.
And I'm talking about Kevin Keats is the coach at North Carolina State. And a great run at UNC Wilmington, and now he moves over to North Carolina State, and Coach Richardson and UMKC will go play them after SEMO. Minute and a half to play. Lead is 19 for South Dakota. In this one game that they will play at Swanee Rec this season, will be back to Municipal Auditorium for the rest of the season for Kansas City. They played very well there the last couple of seasons, including last season when they won 11 games at home, 11-4. There's Armstrong from outside. And Fuller with the rebound. Boy, he has had a good game off the bench tonight.
He really has. He's just a workhorse.
He has not had a double-figure game this season. He has 15 tonight.
Going to talk about
that was a problem in the first half.
That's really,
especially.
Yeah, that's really where the momentum changed. South Dakota knew that, hey, we can run with these guys. Even though we're bigger, we can run and stay with these quick guards at UMKC. And then
the Kangaroos just fell in love with the outside shot, the three-point shot, which when it's not falling, this is what happens. So UMKC is going to definitely have to regroup, work on those things, getting back in the transition defense, and not settling for the outside shot.
And we say, what do they learn? Because they've got so much youth out there. Dully in the ball game now, and missing that one from the three line. Steve Dully from Kansas City, the freshman, 6'3", 200, went to Lincoln Prep. Good, solid player as a walk-on for Kansas City. But those are the things you'll look for with a young team like Kansas City has. We said only 2 seniors on this team when you talk about Robinson and Kennard. Lost a lot off that team from last season. I mean, they were basically going with the 5 starters that were all seniors
for sure
at the end of the year last season. So South Dakota on the road wins here at Swinney Rec tonight. They move it out to 7-2 on the season. Kansas City now 3-6 on the season after the loss against